Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The most anticipated data for this week came out with the US CPI rising from 0.2 to 0.3 on the core, with the month-on-month CPI coming in from 0.2 to 0.6. The year-on-year CPI rose from 3.2 to 3.7%. That has put some speculation now if we may see a rate hike, not next week, but possibly on November 1 before the Fed wraps up for the year. Viewing the Australian dollar now, we wait for the unemployment rate today with an expected 3.7%, which was unchanged from last month, while adding 25,400 jobs forecast. Looking at the technicals, we can see the market was a little bit whipsawed. A brief test to that downside found support again close to that 63.55.70. And in light of the pattern though, we're still holding to a positive case, so therefore could see a rise and look towards its top side resistance at 64.55. Now a break above there would give further scope up towards 65.35. I still feel the bulls are still likely to defend this bottom side of the range, so any pullback should be brief. And overall, still expect another upside test and keep to that 65.35 objective. The euro was also a little bit whipsawed as the market finds the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against the basket trading around 104.75. In light of the pattern, though, we have broken down slightly, but I still feel there is a little bit more room to test up, and that is see a retracement back to the top side of the range at 107.70. A break there would give a short squeeze up towards 108.05. But overall, though, if the dollar does recapture that 105 area, we are looking back towards 106.45.55. In light of some of these markets, there's still little trend to support direction, and we're just trading or churning inside these ranges. Dollar yen was also a little bit firmer after taking the highs around 147.73 and respecting the cap at 147.95 to 148.30. In view of how the market is trading, keep an eye on these technicals, because if we see a break above 148.30, that will see a squeeze back to the highs that we can see here in September 22. But I would feel that there is still some speculation that the Bank of Japan is still monitoring currencies, and therefore we could see an intervention above 148. Sterling also taking a dive to the downside, and with the support respected at 123.80 after printing a low of 124.34, the market is still finding somewhat of a struggle to recover. But as long as we maintain above this level at 123.80, I feel that there is further upside tests, and therefore look towards the region eventually to 125.35. A key point as a break above there will give us to 126.5. Gold was weaker and still heading to its objective, which is somewhere around 1,886 to 88. I still feel that we get a break beneath the 1,906, which was briefly tested there overnight. Then we could see a further slide. But in light of the technicals, I am keeping beneath 1,886 in view in case we see that eventually target reached of 1,850. And wrapping up with oil, the short-term trend is holding and we're still pressuring this top side level, which is at $88.2060. If we see a break above there, then that would give a further squeeze, maybe up towards the region of 91.5 to 92 as an objective. But there is a bit of divergence here, so do be on your guard. We could see a sharp pullback, which eventually could see a move back to 84, 80, 90, which I feel is in favor because the ADX is overheating, and with the divergence here, then any movement above 88.60 and on towards 92 will be a difficult journey, and therefore expect this pullback. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the interest rate report. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.